Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here, coming to you from beautiful Santa Ana, California. And I'm standing in front of the Bowers Museum. Now a few days ago, I guess about a week ago or so, I actually did a vlog on the backside of the Bowers Museum when it was not actually open. It was so early in the morning that the gates were not open yet, and there was something I wanted to document, but we got a little sidetracked with some personal issues. Today, this Tuesday, I am back. And now that the gates have been accessible, we are actually going to walk inside the courtyard. And I want to show you something historic, amazing, that used to actually be up in the mountains and has actually been transplanted and is inside here unbeknownst to the general population and those who actually pay admission to go inside. This little relic of history is about to be documented on this, my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the TDW. And as we walk in, a very fantastic bell is not ringing, welcoming us inside, but these gates are open, and that is actually a very positive thing. And check this out, the Charles W. Bowers Memorial Museum. And this place actually has a lot of history, and you can see here the hours is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. closed on Mondays, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day. So we're actually falling on one of those days where it is actually open to the public. It is, I think, $5-6 to get in, but to get in the courtyard area that we are actually documenting right now is absolutely free. It does not cost a dime. So if you're in Orange County and near Santa Ana, cruise out here and you can actually enjoy the peaceful majesticness of this awesome courtyard, including this fountain, these flowers. Are those petunias? Actually, those are not petunias. These actually remind me of the flowers inside Walt Disney's Tiki Room that actually sing. Look at these orange trees. Look at this. Some oranges here. Palm trees. Nothing says Southern California like palm trees, and nothing says Orange County, California like orange trees. And look at this. This is a little relic here. Look at this guy. Got some carvings on his face there, and there's a very thorny bush. I have a question for you. I was wondering, as I'm walking around on this sod grass, is this actually like AstroTurf, or is this actual grass or sod? I'll give you guys a closer look and see if you guys can figure out. Is this grass? It almost doesn't look like real grass. I've never seen grass that grows like this. Maybe this is the kind of grass they put on like miniature golf courses, but it doesn't have that coarse feeling like a miniature golf course would have. What do you think this is? Very interesting. Look at this little rock over here. It almost looks like a volcano rock. This rock has different indentations and different holes that are now filled with water because it has been raining over the last few days. The last day or so it has not rained, but a few days ago it was actually torrential downpours because of El Nino out in the ocean. But look at this rock, very, very peculiar. And I really like this area over here as well. This is actually a memorial fountain. Even though the fountain is no longer operational, this is actually Mrs. Bowers' memorial fountain. And you can see where the fountain used to be, right over here in the corner. And I'm guessing water used to actually festoon out of the side of that and down the side of these rocks. And you can see all of these carvings. So we have talked about rocks being there. We have talked about rocks being there. But the subject of this vlog is a rock that most people, when they come inside the Bowers Museum, ignore or do not realize the significance of it. It is actually the Bell Stone, or the Bell Rock, and it's right over my shoulder. Gong, 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 gong. That's it, right there. Now, if you were to walk past this, would you think, I'm going to go check out that rock. I'm going to go see what that rock is? Most likely you would not. You would actually continue to go on the path into the museum. But fret not, my friends. We are going to take a closer look at the Bell Stone, at the Bell Rock. Let's go up and take a little bit closer of a look at this, the Bell Stone. You can actually read this information. This is one of the ringing rocks of Southern California. Native people discovered that some rocks resonate when struck due to the structure of the minerals and the positioning of the rock. And I have not actually attempted to try this, but there are actually little carvings and indentations in the rock. Like, look, the biggest indentation would be here, but there's also different indentations all throughout the rock. And the way that the rock is actually positioned, if you look underneath the rock, check this out. If you look underneath the rock, you will notice it's actually arched. It's actually has an arched back underneath the rock itself. Can you see underneath there how the rock actually has a little area that actually lets air and a little breezeway underneath the bottom of the rock? So check this out. It's a very odd, very peculiar shaped rock. Now, I have not actually attempted this yet. This is going to be a first for me. I came in here a minute ago before I started the vlog just to make sure that the rock was still here, but I have not actually tested the rock out. And how are we going to test the rock out? I have brought a smaller rock, and I'm going to try to make the rock sing. I'm going to make the rock ring out. We're going to rock and we're going to roll together by actually taking this rock and tapping the hole. So let's start off with this one. That is crazy. It's actually making a bell sound. Each one of these indentation makes a different sound. Like, this is a lot deeper. That's a lot deeper. But if you get down to these, see how it resonates? That's probably the loudest one. Let's see how loud that is. That is cool. It actually sounds like a bell. Because underneath the rock, that indentation, that circular pattern under the rock, makes the sound go through the rock and out the bottom. So it's very interesting by tapping on the regular rock surface like here. See, listen to that, listen. It's pretty much like a bland rock against rock sound. When you come over here to the indentations, listen to that sound, listen to the difference. Super cool. And they actually transplanted this from one of the mountains here in Santa Ana, from the Santa Ana Mountains in Orange County, California. Pretty interesting. Ringing rocks are regarded as culturally important among the tribes of Southern California. The curved depression, or cupola, is man-made and may have been a striking point or a mortar for the grinding of medicinal plants. So very, very interesting. So there you go, another weird, wacky roadside thing that a lot of people do not know about. I discovered this online doing some Google research, and I said, that is very peculiar. I need to go down to Santa Ana and check out the ringing rock, the Bell Stone. What did you guys think of this vlog? Leave some comments down below. Have you ever seen anything like this before? And if you have, something unusual or peculiar that is very similar to this, where else do these exist? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Goodbye.